everybody, and welcome to another episode of Find Out What's in Pelenta's Forest. So grab yourself a glass of water or a cup of tea and spend the next few minutes with me. And don't believe everything you hear, and check your facts, do your own research. What that means is, today is Halloween, and I want it to be happy for you. Yes! Don't you want to know what my butterflies are saying? Yes, you do. Don't you want to know what my butterflies are talking? This is October 31st, 2016. It's Halloween Day. And this is my little friend, Scarecrow. And you know what? Later on, we're going to go trick-or-treating. But what do I always say? Don't believe everything you hear, and check your facts, do your own research. What that really means is, it's Halloween, and I'm Poison Ivy. Don't you want to know what my butterflies are saying? I think you do. Don't you want to know what my butterflies are talking? This is your happy Halloween. Find out what's in my forest. Happy Halloween! I got news to share with you. And guess what? It's all about Halloween. This is so funny. Okay. Well, happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome. I hope everything is going great. I cannot wait to see everybody's costumes and what everybody looks like, and it's going to be so much fun. But I am here to share with you some interesting facts about Halloween that you probably do not know. So, check this out. And look at me. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I am Poison Ivy. I am Poison Ivy. I was going to have some really cool Halloween music cruising on in the background, but I couldn't find it. So, check it out. Check it out. Straddling the line between fall and winter, plenty and paucity, life and death, Halloween is a time of celebration and superstition. It is thought to have originated with the ancient Celtic festival of the Samhain, when people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off the roaming ghosts and the evil spirits. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a time to honor all saints and martyrs. The holiday, All Saints' Day, incorporated some of the traditions of Samhain. The evening before was known as All Hallows' Eve and later Halloween. Over time, Halloween evolved into a secular, community-based event that is characterized by child-friendly activities such as tricks or treat. In a number of countries around the world, as the days grow shorter and the nights get colder, people continue to usher in the winter season with gatherings of costumes, sweet treats, lots of fun, and ghosts and goblins. Moving on. Thank you, Polenta. Thought I was Polenta. Not sure. No, I'm not Polenta. I am Poison Ivy. And I do have a whip. And I also have a magic wand. Anyway, Halloween is the season for little ghosts and goblins to take to the streets, asking for candy and scaring one another silly. Spooky stories are told around bonfires. We watch scary movies in theaters, or we sit at home and we carve pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns. Well, this year, things are a little bit different. Why? Because creepy clowns seem to be doing some real terrorizing, and it's not movie stuff. They're actually out terrorizing. In Greenville, South Carolina, there was a report that a clown was allegedly trying to lure Hansel and Gretel into the woods. Then later in September, there was a knife-wielding clown in Somerville, Tennessee. So, unfortunately, martial law, some stores have reported that they are pulling all clown costumes off of their shelves because they want to keep us little chicken littles safe on Halloween. I wonder who's going to be Chicken Little on Halloween. So, Halloween is also known as All Hallows Eve, and in case you didn't know it, and now you do, it was traced back 2,000 years. Ooh, listen to this little bit of news. It was traced back 2,000 years to a pre-Christian Celtic festival held around November 1st. And they called it Samhain, but that's actually pronounced Samhain. S-A-M-H-A-I-N is pronounced Samhain. That's weird, which means summer's end. Now, this is according to the Indo-European Etymological Dictionary. Moving right along, there was a belief that Halloween was a day when spirits of the dead would cross over into the other world. And also, Halloween also provides a safe way to play with the concept of death. A safe way to play with the concept of death. That sounds ridiculous, I know, but this is what it says. Some people would dress up as the living dead, and fake gravestones would adorn their front lawns. Activities like this would not be tolerated any other time of the year. But on Halloween, you could run around and act like a fool. But this Halloween, you can't run around and act like a clown because somebody might shoot you. But according to Nicholas Rogers, a history professor at York University in Toronto, he is the renowned author of Halloween, From Pagan Ritual to a Party Night. There is no hard evidence, but this was specifically devoted to our dead ancestors to worship. So, that is a little bit about Halloween that I am certainly sure that you did not know. And also, according to the ancient sagas, Samhain was the time where the tribal people paid tribute to their conquistadors. That's correct. Now, moving on to costumes and trick-or-treating. The tradition of dressing in costumes and trick-or-treating may go back to the practice of mumming and guising. And this is where people would disguise themselves and go door to door asking for food. Now, early costumes weren't costumes. They were actually disguises. Isn't that funny? When you start reading the history about things, what you thought was actually isn't. So, in the beginning, costumes were not costumes. They were disguises, you know? And they were often woven out of straw. Yeah, and sometimes people wore costumes to perform in plays and skits. That's pretty much what we're doing now. So, you know, and it also says that the practice of wearing costumes and meditating was also called souling, and, you know, like medieval spirits and worships, you know, tricks and games, trick or treat, mostly an empty treat, but pranks have long been played along with this crazy Halloween holiday. But by the late 1800s, the tradition of playing tricks on Halloween, it was well established all throughout the United States and Canada. And pranks would include listen to this. Now, these are pranks. Tipping over outhouses. Now, if you're not in the outhouse sitting down going number 2, yeah, it might be funny. But if you're in an outhouse and you're sitting down and you say trick or treat, what's coming up at you is not candy. I'll leave it at that. Other gags people would play on a farm, they would open the farmer's gates. They'd open their egging houses. They'd let the chickens out. Now we have unruly block parties and acts of vandalism. So, you know, some people believe that because pranking was getting to be so dangerous and out of hand, what happens now? Well, we don't have, you know, trick-or-treating in neighborhoods as much as we used to. Now we have to have parties at community centers, block parties where the whole neighborhood gets involved because we want to keep our kids safe. And Halloween is really supposed to be a safe, fun time for children to have a lot of fun. Trick or treat, get some candy, meet some friends, you know, have a party. That's what it's supposed to be all about. But, you know, some other games were what? Bobbing for apples. I don't think they ever played pin the tail on the donkey at a Halloween party, but, you know, people, who knows? But anyway, another Halloween ritual. Now, this is creepy. This is getting into Ouija board stuff. Another Halloween ritual involved looking in a mirror at midnight by candlelight for a future husband's face to appear. That's kind of creepy. I don't know. Maybe I need to do that. And then you guys know about this one too, is Bloody Mary. The Bloody Mary ritual where you'd stand in the mirror and you turn off the lights and you turn around 3 times and you say, I believe in Bloody Mary, or some old crazy mess like that. And then some lady would appear like Pinhead from Hellbound Hellraiser. Remember Pinhead? And then the skin needle face man. Anyway, just crazy, crazy stuff. But moving on to the rest of this Halloween story. As for modern Halloween, an American folklore is in encyclopedias going back to 1996, and it talks about Halloween beliefs and customs and how it actually came to North America, starting with the early Irish immigrants, you know, and then it went on to the 19th century, you know, then it hit North America, the colonial days, then the 20th century, you know, now it's a big children's holiday, but through the ages, various supernatural entities, including fairies and witches, came to be associated with Halloween. And more than a century ago in Ireland, the event was said to be a time when spirits of the dead could return to their old haunting grounds. Isn't it funny how people have so many different beliefs about Halloween and spirits and witches and goblins, you know, but dressing up as ghosts or witches actually became fashionable, though as the holiday became more widespread and more commercialized, and with the arrival of mass manufactured costumes, don't forget about that. The selection of disguises for kids and adults greatly expanded beyond monsters to include everything from superheroes to princesses to politicians. Now, last year, the great big thing was Caitlyn Jenner and Bruce Jenner. So I am sure that this year, the great big thing is probably going to be Donald Trump, Mike Pence, Hillary Clinton, and Tim Kaine. That's how that's going to be. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a fabulous, happy Halloween. Take it from Poison Ivy. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also go to my website and buy my book, Angels Passing Through, PolentaArtForrest.com. And like I always tell you, your voice matters. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not important, because you're very important and you are playing a huge part in this wonderful story that we call life on this crazy planet. Don't let anybody change who you are. If people love you and like you, they will take every bit of you. Gray hair, straight hair, a little heavy, a little skinny, whatever. Be your wonderful, awesome self. Don't be afraid to shine like the light that you are. We are all stars in a different part of the sky. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I am so very grateful for everything, and I am grateful for you. So enjoy your Halloween. Be safe, be happy, have tons of fun. And thank you for joining me for this episode. Find out what's in Polenta's Forrest. God bless you all. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. Do yourself a favor. Give yourself a hug. God bless you all. Happy Halloween.